We're not going to investigate. You see, the problem with Parliament is that it will make you sit in committee and come across some low-minded members of society. Society. So, subjected to Jonam. So, we're not talking about police, we're talking about a discussion about matters that affect the image, the integrity, and the running of this committee.
So on the issue of the Honorable, the late Ms. Jumat Peterson, and the referral to you and the Chief Whip, and to address the issue that is hearsay, Honorable Ngola saying is rumor mongering, and Honorable Majosi, you even were interviewed on TV, and you said if evidence is brought, you will request the chairperson to recuse themselves. And I mean, I wrote the letter to the chairperson requesting the chairperson to recuse himself out of his own conscience, not to say I said as a last resort, I will do the application to do that. And secondly, I never asked Ms. Jumat to approach my husband and to have that. The case is opened, hence the journalist got the information from the police. And yes, I've lodged the complaint with the ethics committee. And unfortunately, the speaker published that I approached her and she advised me before even the newspaper articles which were mentioning about her refusing to meet with me. And I must indicate, Chairperson, that hence I'm saying to you, and what Honorable Honomisa is asking, I find it difficult to appear before you as the chairperson who has been implicated or who is alleged to have also sent Honorable Jumate, may her soul rest in peace, to come and solicit bribe from my husband. And Chairperson, I've heard the audio, the recordings, and that recordings will be made available as well to the committee, and the members of the public will even hear for themselves where you and Ms. Majodina are implicated in that recording. The police have been given that recording. Hence, I couldn't say just sit after hearing, and I said the case must be opened immediately. So, Majodina, if you say there's no concrete evidence, when there's WhatsApp, others were saying, no, there's no mention of you. There is a recording which the public will be hearing, which I've heard, where you were said to have solicited the bribe, and you were called by name, and Ms. Majodine was called by name on that. So if Honorable Sukras is coming here, I mean, it's so even embarrassing to find that.
Can you pause? Can you pause? There's a point of order. Can you pause? Yeah. Honorable Nkosi?
No, thank you, Chairperson. But with due respect, is the PP now giving evidence on her own WhatsApps to this committee? This committee is not constituted to, and it doesn't have the competence nor the investigative powers to go into what she's saying. I would request that you go back to your ruling that the appropriate bodies to which this matter have been referred be the ones that determine the veracity or none of what she's saying. We can't sit here and listen to that evidence being led here. Thanks, Chair.
Now, thank you, Honorable Nkosi. The point of order is upheld. I had made a ruling, PP, that and I've mentioned these forums where whatever allegations or evidence people have should be sent to them. It's not expected that in this inquiry, you would, even if you have got an audio, that audio must be sent to where it belongs. So I would want you to restrain from presenting what you have presented in those forums and bodies, because it is not appropriate for this meeting.
You had no issue. So please protect her. Allow her to address what is in that correspondence as full as it is. Please, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Zungula. That's really not a point of order that you are raising.
No point of order.
Shared with all members. Please, let's not do frivolous point of orders, colleagues. Honorable Malema, What point of order are you raising?
Chair, this looks so awkward. This looks so awkward that she now deals with issues that implicate you. And then you are the one that wants to cut her. You are censoring her precisely for selfish and self-interest reasons. Please don't do that. Uncomfortable as the issues may be, and that's what we said when we must recuse yourself, was to avoid exactly what you are doing. Uncomfortable as issues may be, allow her to speak. We have spoken on these matters. You made a ruling. She has never spoken. And it is her opportunity to speak. Allow her to speak and say to her, once she has spoken, the matters have been resolved and this is how we're going to proceed. But we're not going to be seen as if we're now censoring her because she's raising issues that implicate you. That is an abuse of platform. Please allow her to speak and will be done in no time. You are now in trouble.
Thank you, Honorable Malema. Again, that's not a point of order, but I've allowed you to complete what you're saying. The PP is the subject of this inquiry. She accounts to the National Assembly. When we make rulings, they apply equally to her about this. Honorable Malema, is that a point of order?
So I want to stress that what Honorable Maotwe and Honorable Zungula and Honorable Malema and Honorable Holomisa are putting on the table is actually not the work that we are supposed to be doing. And until we are instructed otherwise by the National Assembly, we need to deal with the evidence of the public protector and the cases and the charges that have been put within our scope of work. And anything else is merely delaying and running out the time, running out the clock on this hearing. We cannot afford that. So regardless of what has happened, we have now afforded the public protector multiple weeks to secure legal representation. I see now that the Solicitor General has stepped in to fill the gap. And I think that was, I'm not sure if it was the Solicitor General or the State Attorney. I'm sorry, I get confused there. But either way, that they are filling in the gap and prepared to assist. The public protector has had every opportunity to secure legal representation. Advocates Mpofu is still her counsel of choice. We need to proceed, Chair. We can't keep twiddling our thumbs and hoping something is going to improve. So I really think that as a committee, we need to be firm and say, on Friday, when we resume, we will be listening to the evidence of the public protector. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Malema. Honorable Malema.
Thank you very much, Chair. You see, the problem of white supremacy is that it's very insensitive, especially when it comes to Black life. That's why even when you are told that a person is fighting for his life in hospital, you'll speak the way some people just speak here, that no, Friday we must continue as if nothing's happening. The point has been made that the public protector's lawyer is fighting for his life, and public protector will not be able to proceed in the absence of his legal representatives. That's number one. So we have to be alive to that reality. So even when we prepare for Friday, we should be able to make a room for that reality. Secondly, wena Mkhonyana wena Uskari Rena were part of trying to postpone or delay this thing. I'm not part of any postponing of anything. Let's lo khopela ditšhelete or ba le fe di bribe ka mo khoneng ke be ke sewa. I will not have anticipated that some amongst us would have gone to ask for bribes. So when we come to this committee, now that the matter is here, which was not brought by us, this matter arises out of those who suffer from an uncontrollable desire for money. They went and tried to solicit bribe. And this matter is in the public, and this matter is in the public interest. You say, we want to delay. You even mention our names, that we want to delay these proceedings, as if we are the ones, firstly, who took this matter in public, as if we are the ones who went to seek a bribe. It cannot be correct that when we are sitting in this committee, there are serious allegations that affect the integrity and the work of this committee, and we say we must not discuss it. This morning, you said that, no, there's nothing that was put forward to this committee to be discussed. Honorable Zungula makes a fair proposal. Can we please, as we meet next week, discuss this matter? We're not going to investigate. You see, the problem with Parliament is that it will make you sit in committee and come across some low-minded members of society. Society. So, subjected to Jonam. So, we're not talking about police, we're talking about a discussion about matters that affect the image, the integrity, and the running of this committee. Not necessarily that evidence must be led. But because we've got some members of society who emerge through factionalism and find themselves sitting at this level, we have to engage with the lowest brains, which tell us, hey, we are not police, we are not this. We're not talking about that. We're talking about us as members. How do we go about the business of this committee if there are these serious allegations? Not that there must be leading of evidence, there must be this. No. These are the issues that are in the public domain. It is about our members. The chairperson is implicated. Can we discuss these issues and chart a collective way forward? That is not an investigation. It has nothing to do with the police. It has nothing to do with relevant committees that investigate misconduct. It has got everything to do with the integrity, the image, and the work of our committee. How do we make sure that we are not compromised as we continue to participate in this committee? It's about us, and we cannot be denied that opportunity, in all fairness, to discuss ourselves. That because we are sitting amongst us here with people who are alleged to have solicited a bribe. And the last point, Chair, I want to make, there are certain people here who speak about security. They can never be threatened by anyone. There's no one. Of course, that's why man's history sometimes comes to prove the other things that did not happen in the past, correct? Or this could have been a terrible accident of history. They say there is a threat and all of that. They don't lead evidence. There's nothing substantive to support such. And even those who come to support such, that there should be a protection and security, such people cannot be threatened by anything. Not even chicken that they have in their own fridges can threaten them. They've got nothing in their lives that can constitute a threat. Who will want to go into phones of such people to do what? So there's no any evidence of any threat, none whatsoever, and therefore cannot be entertaining imaginary things here. I don't need any protection. I've got no threat on my personal phone. Even if there's nothing in my phone that I'm worried about. There's nothing in my phone that I'm worried about, which is not, which if exposed to the public will embarrass me. Only those who keep wrong things in their phones will be obsessed with the security of their phones because they know that they do things at night which they don't want those things to be repeated during the day. I've never for a single day experienced any threat to my phone, any threat to my participation in this committee, because I'm not engaged in any crooked means. So therefore, Chair, there's no need to even entertain any requirement of security here, which is not substantiated by anyone. A person just says, yeah, our phone, our security. Their night work is following them, and they want to involve us in their messy things that they are doing at night, and they are likely to be exposed during the day. Now they want everybody, including Parliament, to spend money on their crooked things. We need no security here. All we need is honest members of Parliament who live an honest and honorable life and have got nothing to hide, even in their private phones. We have nothing to hide in our phones because we don't go around asking money to get people to have a fair trial. So, Chair, please be alive to what is potentially going to happen on Friday by the public protector who's entitled to have public legal representatives. And we want this matter, a very serious matter that affects the integrity, the image, and the operation of this committee to be on the table. It is well within our right as members of this committee to propose items that can be discussed in the best interest of this committee and in the public interest. Thank you very much.
Morning, Honorable Mautwe.
Yes, my hand has been up, Chair, even before you started speaking, but I respected you and thought that you will finish. Well, I hoped against hope. You know, sometimes we give even murderers and rapists a chance. So when we were speaking, I thought we were coming closer to saying, based on the above, I therefore resign, which didn't come through. So,
Okay,
but
Honorable.
my hand is up. No, Chair, I want to address you. My hand has been up since you started speaking. Can I please speak before you give the platform to whoever you want to speak to? Because this is very important. My hand was up before you even begin speaking, Chair.
Just hold, Ms. Fatima Ibrahim. Let me hear you. And I want to indicate up front, I think you have started on the wrong note. We're in a parliamentary session. And
yes, I'm aware.
Your language that you are using, I want you to restrain yourself from that language that you are using.
What is wrong with Chair?
No, there's nothing wrong, Chair. There's nothing wrong. And you are not going to give us that attitude. There's nothing wrong. But don't come with that attitude. Don't come with that attitude.
Honorable Malema, you have not been recognized to speak. You're not going to do that.
But I'm calling you to order. I'm calling you to order.
That's not order that you are calling.
You are out of order. There is a speaker on the floor. You are out of order.
Honorable Malema, I have not recognized you. Honorable Mautwe, I want you to continue.
Yes, Chair, thank you. Chair, I'm going to read a letter that you wrote to the speaker about you. And please just bear with me. I need to read it.
No, this is not the platform for you to read.
No, it is, Chair, but it's my time. You can't tell me what to do with my time, Chair. This letter is important. It speaks about you, Chair, and this committee. Just hear me out. What is wrong with you?
Point of order. That's not a point of order. You're getting into issues of debate.
I'm saying to you.
That's not the point of order.
Okay, it's the time that you've given me time to speak. You can't tell me what to speak, what to say. Now, allow me to say what I want to say.
Honorable Mautwe, we are going to be relevant to the purpose of today. I'm not going to allow things that are happening outside of this inquiry to give them a presentation. This inquiry and this meeting is not about that. I want to be very clear on that.
Chair, on a point of order.
What is your point of order, Honorable Mautwe?
No, it's Honorable Madam Chair.
It has come to our attention that you, the late Ms. Peterson, may her soul rest in peace, and the Chief Whip of the ANC, Ms. Pema Jodina, have been implicated in serious allegations of impropriety. These allegations are of a nature that they threaten to severely undermine the credibility of Parliament and undermine the work of Section 194 inquiry, our work. Specifically, Chair, you and the two members are accused of soliciting a bribe from the Public Protector Advocate Mkhwebane, as alleged by her husband, Mr. Davis Kosana.
Chair, on a point of order.
A case has been lodged already with the South African Police Service, and there is prima facie evidence.
You can't call order when there is order.
Claims, Chair, including verifiable WhatsApp communication between Mr. Kosana and the late Ms. Peterson. Given the gravity of these allegations, Chair, and in the interest of preserving the credibility and integrity of our Parliament, I hereby humbly request you, Chair, to recuse yourself from this committee so that you can continue without any cloud hanging over anybody, especially at the head of this committee. Furthermore, Chair, it would be prudent for you and the members to take a leave from the National Assembly while that investigation is still undergoing. Chair, it is in the interest of this country that this matter must be concluded. Now, you can't come here and behave as if there are no issues against you. We are pleading with you as members of parliament. We are pleading with you as members of this committee to say, recuse yourself. It can't be everything about you. What's so special about you, Chair? Recuse yourself. ANC will still
point of
get another
order.
person to come here
Thank you,
and preside
Honourable
over this
Malema.
committee
Thank you,
without
Honourable
you
Malema.
being at the helm of this committee. Because now you are even emotional. Before even
Thank
we
you,
start
Honourable Malema.
anything,
Your point
they're
is
emotional
made.
because you are going to.
Thank you, Honourable
It can't be
Malema. Your
correct.
point is made. Thank you, Honourable Malema. Your point is made. And it's noted. We'll respond to it. Honourable Malema.
Chair, thank you very much. I think that Honorable Mautwe raised the points that I wanted to raise. And this is confirmed precisely by your behavior just when we started this meeting. There's no way you will proceed as if there's nothing happening around your name. And that's why you are being emotional about everything. You can do what you are doing there. You know that there is an allegation of a bribe against you. And it has been made by your member that you are soliciting a bribe. And therefore, it doesn't help anyone to be sitting here with a chairperson who's facing such serious allegations. We ask him that you recuse yourself, especially from chairing, because these allegations are too serious. And then anyone can come and chair the committee. This is for the sake of the integrity of the process and for the sake of the integrity of this committee and for the public protector to see justice being done. Not justice only being done, but it has to be seen that indeed justice is being done. So you are somehow under a very serious dark cloud. And this is going to affect your judgment. It's going to affect your performance and the tantrums and the behavior you displayed just this morning. It's a confirmation that you came with an attitude that nobody will tell you anything. This does not belong to you. It's not one of the Tupperwares in your kitchen. You don't have to be so personally wanting to be involved that without you, it will not be a correct committee. It will still be Parliament committee without you. Please give yourself time and your chief whip to go and sort out this mess that you have created with the late Tina. And once you have done that, you can fully participate in Parliament. So that's my submission, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honourable Malema. Honourable Holomisa.
Sorry, Chair, I raised a point of order.
I have noted your head, Honourable Malema.
Is he continue or must I continue, sir?
I have recognized you, Honourable Holomisa.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good morning to everybody. What I would like to request from you is to state briefly why the public protector is asking you to recuse yourself, because you didn't tell us the reasons. We know that the earlier reasons which she advanced, those ones were rejected by the court. What is the new version of herself this time around which calls you to recuse yourself? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Holomisa. Honourable Malema.
Yes, can you hear me?
Can hear you now.
Thank you, Chairperson. No, I don't know what happened with load shedding. No, the fact of the matter is that you've indicated how you intend to address if you receive a written refusal application, and you've indicated how and what form it should be, and that you will respond in writing. And until that time, if such an application is made, there's nothing to discuss further in terms of recusal whatsoever. I think we have agreed on a program on Friday, and I think we should proceed to request you not to recuse yourself in the interest of justice. It's in the interest of the public protector herself, that we proceed and conclude this process once and for all. And if the public protector may not be happy, or maybe I will tell, but she will have other avenues, but she's not going to derail this process, I want you to proceed immediately. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Melder. I had asked that I wanted to make a ruling after the members have spoken. So I see Honorable Malema, is that a second bite that you want to have before I make a ruling?
Yes, Chair.
Okay, go ahead.
Chair, there's the story that there's no substantive motion here. It's actually neither here nor there, because we cannot meet here and then behave like there are no issues. There's been a loss of life based on, amongst other things, these allegations. And we can't treat this matter as if it's not a serious matter. We came here with the understanding that you on your own will, perhaps in your introduction, make those remarks and ultimately say, because of these reasons, I will not proceed. There's nothing thumbsucked here. People must know what is the definition of thumbsuck. You don't go to a branch and cram a concept of thumbsuck and abuse it at this platform. Allegations have been made and letters have been written to the speaker. WhatsApp messages have been publicized, implicating the leadership of this committee. And I know it's very difficult to persuade the corrupt to agree with us in this regard, because their unity is based on principle of corruption. And it's very unfortunate that other leaders of the opposition have joined the bandwagon of defending allegations of corruption. We would have failed, Chair, in our own duty as a committee and as parliamentarians not to attend to these matters if we come in this fashion and not say anything. Our duty is to confront corruption and bribery at any given moment where it raises its ugly head. And Chair, we're saying we're speaking to your conscience. It's only you and you alone. Without any motion being put forward, without any substantive motion being put forward, you have a duty yourself to protect the integrity of this commission. So a public protector must appear before a person who is alleged to have solicited a bribe in order for her to get a fair trial. And then people say it will be in the best interest of public protector to proceed. It's not correct. It will not be. There is a huge dark cloud hanging over your head. And recusal does not mean a guilty verdict. You say there are these matters, let me allow the process to continue untainted. And once these matters have been clarified, we'll come back to proceed with our matters. Even the judges do that on a daily basis. It doesn't mean they're weak. It doesn't mean they say they accept responsibility, that they are conflicted. Sometimes they just say, for the sake of the progress, it doesn't mean I agree with it. And that's what we are appealing to. Members of parliament who are not driven by corruption will be standing up today and saying, we're not finding the chair guilty, but we think it's the right thing to do for the chair to recuse himself. No one has ever said the committee must stop. So anyone who says this is a delay tactic, you are hallucinating. There's no one who has ever said, let's delay this. We said, let the chair stand aside and one amongst us will rise to proceed on this matter. The story that we're given a mandate by Parliament to proceed on this matter, there were no these allegations when Parliament said, let's proceed. So don't talk like, no, we are still the same way we were when we established by Parliament. It's not correct. When Parliament established us, no one solicited a bribe of 600,000, 200 for each. And you come here and want to behave like our people are not implicated in the bribe scandal. Shame on you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Malema.